Kentucky veteran shares what he thinks about the detainment of a fellow U.S.-Korean War veteran.
A revamped federal health care website has helped 29,000 Americans enroll in insurance plan over the past several days. But critics say the site is still not ready for prime time.
And Kentuckians are upset over what many consider a stolen state treasure. And a $10,000 reward is now being offered for any information leading to an arrest. UK Student News Network starts now.
Hello and welcome to UK Student News Network, live at 4. I'm Chanel Perry.
And I'm Elizabeth Sue. Thanks for joining us. North Korea is now holding 2 U.S. citizens. The most recent detainment is of a Korean War veteran. 85-year-old Merrill Newman was touring North Korea over a month ago when the government kept him from returning home.
On Saturday, the White House urged North Korea to release U.S. Korean War veteran Merrill Newman. The 85-year-old was visiting North Korea when detained before returning home. Newman's been detained for over 30 days now.
Probably wanted to see where he was at when he was there. The units that were there early got pretty much annihilated. Our unit didn't last but just less than a month, really. I wish all the people well, but I don't want to go back.
North Korean news broadcasted Newman reading an apology for killing North Korean troops and civilians during the war 6 decades ago.
I can understand that in U.S. and Western countries, there is misleading information and propaganda about DPRK.
What could they do with him? This young leader they got over there now, he wasn't even born then. I'm sure his country didn't keep records of individuals that fought against him. He just wanted to make headlines.
The Korean conflict technically never ended.
It's not over yet. It's never been declared an armistice.
Even though the latest detainment reminded the world that 6 decades later, the Korean conflict is still unresolved, the bullets were not taken in vain.
Probably not in the remainder of my lifetime that it will ever be settled, but eventually it will be settled, I'm sure. We've done everything that we possibly could to make the country free. I don't know of any Korean veteran that's not proud of his service that he gave over there.
Newman oversaw guerrilla actions when he served in his unit nicknamed the White Tigers. The other U.S. citizen in custody is Kenneth Bae, a Korean-American missionary. He's been detained for more than a year. Since 2009, North Korea has detained at least 7 Americans.
The heavily criticized healthcare.gov is still not ready for prime time. Americans are still wondering if they are enrolled.
What we want to avoid is a situation where people think they're enrolled, but their application has not been processed and their coverage hasn't actually begun, and they don't find that out until they show up to the doctor's office.
I don't think we've seen a disaster like this in a while. I think it is very problematic, really, because this was the administration's, the president's, it was his signature piece of legislation, and I think everybody agrees that the initial rollout has been an absolute mess. The president has apologized for it. I think the question is going to be how he moves past this.
Administration officials say they have fixed the problems with the bad enrollment likes being sent to the insurance companies. Expect answers at the next Obamacare hearing.
Turning now to news around the state. Former Grayson Mayor Danny Sparks pleaded guilty to drug trafficking charges yesterday. Sparks' attorney said he was a good candidate for probation because he has no prior record. Sentencing is set for January 6th.
And many Kentuckians are still upset over the $26,000 worth of Pappy Van Winkle bourbon stolen in October. Police are now hoping that they find if a big reward will help lead them to the suspect. Franklin County Sheriff Pat Mountain announced Monday that a $10,000 reward has been offered for information leading to an arrest and conviction. Nearly 100 people have been interviewed and cleared after the incident.
They have done a great job. They're working on it. I think it's safe to say that the net is shrinking. It's coming in, and we feel pretty positive about that.
Mountain said authorities remain optimistic about the catching whoever stole the Pappy. Mountain has also said the theft was probably an inside job. If you know anything about this crime, please call the Franklin County Sheriff's Office at 502-875-8740. You might just get a $10,000 reward.
It's that time of the year again, and holiday spending is on everyone's minds. Cyber Monday was a day for the retail record books. Cyber Monday sales totaled at $2 billion and increased 20%, making it the biggest online shopping day in history. Consumers chose to do their online shopping on the go by making purchases on mobile devices. This year's most popular products included toys, tablets, clothing, and video game consoles. Many spent tons of money to staff their stores on Thanksgiving and Black Friday, but consumers actually spent less in those stores for the first time since the recession. Shoppers who didn't finish their shopping on Black Friday or Cyber Monday still have other opportunities ahead to find some deals in stores and online. The holiday shopping season got off to a sluggish start. The National Retail Federation found shoppers spent an average of about $407 over Thanksgiving weekend, 4% less than they did in the same period last year, and the first decline since 2009. 141 million Americans shopped in-store or online during the four-day weekend. 131 million were expected to shop online for Cyber Monday. But for others still working on their lists, big days remain between now and December 25th. So the second Monday in December is known as Green Monday, green as in cash, and it's a huge day for retail. It doesn't get the same buzz as Cyber Monday, but in previous years, the deals have been just as good. Online shoppers can also take advantage of free shipping day on December 18th. Hundreds of e-tailers will participate with delivery guaranteed by Christmas. And procrastinators, there's a day just for you. This year it falls on December 21st. The Saturday before Christmas has come to be known as Super Saturday for the big bucks retailers rake in from last-minute gift buying. It also marks one of the last big days for stores to clear holiday inventory, meaning discounts may come to those who wait. Almost every major retailer has an offer for a store credit card for big-time shoppers. They often offer major perks and discounts, but are they worth it? The interest rates are usually higher than typical credit cards, and on top of that, the discount is usually only accepted at one chain store, not multiple ones. This could mean lower spending limits and less of an opportunity to run up your credit score. Financial experts say every time you apply for a new card, it actually could take a temporary toll on your credit score. The bottom line is that it's not a good idea to round up a bunch of store credit cards.
With last week's dropping temperatures and snowfall, it's getting hard to ignore Lexington's homeless population. The Bluegrass Community Health Center is collecting backpacks filled with toiletries, hats, and gloves to hand out to those in need. Backpacks can be dropped off at a health center at the Rolette Lexington Learning Center in Richmond. If you have other items you would like to donate, contact the Catholic Action Center at www.godsnet.info.
See what teams the United States may be playing in the world's biggest sporting event.
Chris is in with sports next.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. I'm Chris Scholes. Here's a look at the sports in Lexington. The UK men's basketball team had its most impressive win of the season on Sunday night. The Wildcats surpassed the Providence Friars 79-65 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Sophomore Willie Cauley-Stein scored a season-high 15 points and grabbed 8 rebounds in the win. He also set a new career high with 9 blocks in the game. James Young, Aaron Harrison, and Julius Randle each were in double figures as Kentucky shot 65% from the floor in the win. The Kentucky women's basketball team climbed up 3 spots to number 5 in the national polls today after its 69-64 win over number 3 Louisville. SEC Player of the Week Denisha Stallworth led the way for Kentucky on Sunday, scoring 16 points and grabbing 8 rebounds. After missing her first 6 shots and only attempting 1 free throw in the first half, Stallworth made 6 of her last 9 and grabbed 6 of her 8 rebounds in the final 20 minutes of action. The Wildcats now sit 8-0 on the season. Both the men's and women's basketball teams will be back in action on Friday night in a doubleheader at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The UK men and women's team will be taking on Baylor with both games televised live on ESPN. The women's game, which will see 2 undefeated and top 8 teams in the nation square off, will begin at 7:30 p.m., with the men's game to follow at 10 Eastern. AT&T Stadium is also the site of the 2014 NCAA Men's Final Four, where the Cats hope to be in early April. The Kentucky volleyball team was selected to host the NCAA tournament first and second rounds and will be the number 15 national seed. UK will welcome Ohio University, Michigan State, and Duquesne to Lexington for the regional. The opening day of competition is Friday, as Michigan State and Ohio will play at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and UK capping off the night against Duquesne at 7:30 p.m. All the matches will be held at Memorial Coliseum, and tickets are available at ukathletics.com and the Joe Kraft Center ticket office. For the first time in program history, the UK women's soccer team had 3 players on the All-South region team. Yesterday, the NSCAA awarded Aaron Gilliland, Carol Ledman, and Stuart Pope slots on the All-Region team, marking the first time UK has had 3 players in a single season named to the team. As another season of Kentucky football wraps up, local bars, hotels, and restaurants are experiencing a boom from the games. UK Student Network's Jackson Reams talked with business before the season wrapped up. He has this report.
Kentucky football fans are no longer just watching the game at Commonwealth Stadium. They are moving to other locations in Lexington to cheer on their Wildcats. One of those places is Raising Cane's. Increased attendance at football home games has meant more money for local businesses. Reservations at the Hampton Inn off Winchester Road have increased 15 to 20%. Raising Cane's on campus's sales have gone up 7.5%, and Two Keys Tavern's profit is up 5%.
I mean, we're talking wall to wall, all 3 bars open, people having a great time.
Attendance at Commonwealth Stadium is up almost 13,000 more fans per week compared to last year. Raising Cane's has gotten creative to attract fans.
Well, we do the Canes Challenge, so if the team scores in the first quarter, then every ticket in either the upper level or the lower level becomes 2 fingers and a sauce.
Football fans seem excited about the future under head coach Mark Stoops. As excitement grows, more seats may be filled at Commonwealth, benefiting the players and local businesses alike. Jackson Reams, UK Student News Network.
Commonwealth Stadium is undergoing renovations that started on Tuesday and expects to see more fans in the stadium in 2014 and beyond. The world's biggest sporting event is in Brazil next summer, and the draw is taking place on Friday afternoon at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. The 2014 FIFA World Cup draw will be carried live on ESPN2 on Friday afternoon, with the United States part of the 32-team field. Currently ranked number 11 in the world, the United States is in pot 3 and will look to avoid the group of death for the 2nd consecutive World Cup cycle. The draw will be held at World Cup headquarters in Brazil. And that's a look at sports for this hour.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris. Are these unusually warm temperatures here to stay? Find out next in weather.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. First pitch, he fouls it from
chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Kelsey Winslow joins us now with a look at the weather. Kelsey, what is it looking like?
Well, don't get used to this warm weather because winter conditions are going to be coming our way towards the end of the week. So sorry for that, but you know, it is December. So hopefully everybody will be ready and enjoy it. Let's take a look outside. We woke up to rain this morning, and as the day wore on, the rain did too, but the clouds stayed. We're in 64 degrees, mostly cloudy, but I think we've seen enough of the rain today. Tomorrow or tonight, temperatures are gonna drop a little bit, but we're still gonna be in the 60s. We're gonna have mostly clouds, 40% chance of rain, so just beware for that for your morning commute. Tomorrow, 62 degrees, but we will be seeing some showers, so again, be ready. 80% chance of rain, so have your umbrella ready. Friday, we're dropping down 36 degrees. There's going to be rain and sleet with a 100% chance of rain, so watch those roads. They're going to be icy. Saturday, 30 degrees, mostly sunny, but 50% chance of rain in the evening, so don't get used to that sunshine. Sunday, 37 degrees, freezing rain, 80% chance of rain, and we might see some snow coming in late Sunday afternoon, so get ready for that. As you can see, the temperatures, they're slowly going to decrease, so we're easing into it with the rain and leading us into that snow on Sunday. So everybody just be mindful of that on the roads and be ready for that.
Thanks, Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Find out which celebrity has released a personal tell-all essay and which celebrity family left some members out of their Christmas card. Entertainment is next.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Police are still investigating the fiery car crash that killed actor Paul Walker last week in Los Angeles.
And a former Disney star is opening up about the life in the spotlight. All that in today's Hollywood Minute.
Investigators now say they ruled out drag racing or another car as a cause in the fiery crash that killed actor Paul Walker and his friend in California.
And when they drove by us, there were no other cars by them.
Authorities are now focusing the investigation on how fast Walker's friend was driving. Tire skid marks appeared near the crash scene, but police have not determined if they are related to the wreck. As the investigation continues, there is little closure for Walker's grieving father.
I was proud of him every day of his life.
Former Jonas Brothers star Joe Jonas is opening up publicly about drugs, sex, and Disney. In a tell-all essay on Vulture.com, the 24-year-old says Disney pressured the band to keep up their cookie-cutter image. In one excerpt, he talks about losing his virginity at the age of 20 despite wearing a purity ring. And he even describes being pressured into smoking marijuana for the first time by fellow Disney stars Miley Cyrus and Demi Lovato. In response, Lovato tweeted, "Joe Jonas, love you, brother." And happy holidays from the Kardashians. Well, most of them. This over-the-top holiday card features the Kardashian sisters, including a post-baby Kim. Missing from the annual family photo? Khloe's husband, Lamar Odom, Kanye West, Baby North, and Scott Disick. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Dave Stewart.
The Kardashian Christmas card has become quite the pop culture phenomenon in the past few years, and this latest one looks to continue that trend.
That does it here for us at UK Student News Network. I'm Chanel Perry.
And I'm Elizabeth Sue. For Chris Scholes, Kelsey Winslow, and all of us here at UK Student News Network, thanks for joining us and have a good night.